What's going on, everybody? It is your boy, the American F1 fan, Eric Ringle here, and we are live for the last race of the Formula One season. It is the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Uh, you'll have to excuse me if I'm being just a tad quiet this morning, as it is nearly 7 o'clock with nobody up in the house except for me. But it is the last race of the Formula One season, and I know I'm kind of excited that this is the last race of the season, but like I'm also sad that the season is finally ending. Um, but that just means we're going to be 3 months away from the 2024 season starting, potentially seeing what cars will be able to do, in this off season to improve. Excuse me. All right, so let's make sure everything is going. Okay. Just wanted to make sure all the audio was going. We're going to share this out. And if you guys are watching this with me and you guys can share this out on social media, that would be amazing. That would be so thankful. Um, so if you guys can, please share this out. Sorry, just sharing this out. If you guys are watching with me, let me know in the comment section down below where you guys are watching from. As I get this shared out. All right. There we go. I'll share it out. All right. We are ready to go. So, guys, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button as well to the channel. Helps me out. Trying to get to 500 before the end of the year. So it would really help out if you can get me to 500. If I get to 500, it allows me to do some more things with this channel through YouTube. It'll allow me to do more super chats, do memberships for the channel, which I would love to do. So if you guys can hit that subscribe button, that would mean the world. And I try to put out amazing content all the time. And it's content that I think Formula One fans would love to hear. So, I try to put out the best content for you guys. So if you guys can hit that subscribe button, that would mean the world to me. As always, when we do these live streams, we listen to the radios. I try to filter what radio transmissions we listen to because sometimes some of the radio transmissions are just boring, transmissions that really don't mean a whole hell of a lot. So I try to move through them as much as I can. And I'm trying to also get this about as equal up to the TV as I can. So if you're so if you see the timing screen get a little bit further ahead than where we're at, just know that I'm trying to fix that. Excuse me. So they're covering just the starting grid. Well, let's cover the starting grid. So starting 20th, Logan Sargent. 19th, Guan Yu Zhou. 18th, Valtteri Bottas. 17th, Kevin Magnussen, who had a poor qualifying yesterday. Carlos Sainz, another guy who had a poor qualifying session. He's starting P16. Daniel Ricciardo starting 15th. Alexander Albon starting 14th, Lance Stroll starting 13th, Esteban Ocon 12th, Lewis Hamilton getting knocked out in Q2, back-to-back Q2 exits for Lewis Hamilton. Then their top 10 is Pierre Gasly, Sergio Perez, Nico Hulkenberg, Fernando Alonso, Yuki Tsunoda with his best qualifying ever in Formula One starting at P6. You got Lando Norris, who had some mess ups there in Q3 that cost him, I think, a pole position today. He's starting from fifth. You've got George Russell starting fourth, Oscar Piastri starting third, Charles Leclerc starting second, and of course, starting from pole position is Max Verstappen. So just hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to my channel. Hit that like button as well. We've got a radio message. I'm just going to listen to it real quick from Kevin Magnussen.
So last one, guys, for this year. Thanks for all the effort this year. I know it's been a tough old one, but just want to say huge respect for what you guys do. So thanks for that, and let's have a good last one and a good winter. And go for it again. Thanks, guys.
That's cool. Kevin's had a really good weekend in general. I don't know if everybody saw the video yesterday from Kevin where it was him and his daughter getting ready for qualifying. It was really one of those heartfelt moments. So it was really cool to see. She was helping him put on his gloves, and it was a really cute moment. Okay, so they are off the grid and onto the formation lap. Like I said, I am watching this at 7:01 a.m. So if you don't hear the excitement that you would normally hear from me, just know that I am trying to not wake up my 5-year-old son at this point this morning. So just be aware that my excitement may not be as up there as it typically is. All right, everybody. Aw. Yuki sending out his message to Franz Tost, who this is his last race as the head of AlphaTauri, which will be rebranded, as we know, going into next season. We've heard rumors that they may be called Racing Bulls. Um, whether that's the case or not, we don't know yet. They haven't really made that announcement, and really, I don't expect them to make that announcement until sometime, end of the year to beginning of next year. If you guys may be able to hear some of the audio from the background. I'm not trying to. I'm not going to show the video. That is not. And honestly, Formula F1 TV does not allow you to. It has programming in its software that does not allow you to show it live stream. So that is why I'm not showing. One of the reasons why I'm not showing the race. The other one is just I am not going to get copyright strikes from Formula One. They're anal as it is about some of their stuff, so I'm not going to attempt to get copyright strikes. So here we go. They're lining up on the grid. Here we go. Almost everybody's on the grid, and then we'll get to 5 lights. The Logan Sargent is the last one to get to the grid. And we will start getting the 5 lights now. 2, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we're away. Verstappen gets a good... Ooh, Charles got a good start too. Ooh, somebody off the road there. That was Lewis Hamilton, it looked like, off the road there. Everybody nice and clean so far. That's good to see. But Leclerc is right on Max's tail. Ooh, pushed him way wide. Charles Leclerc, smart move there. He kind of slowed it up to make sure he made the apexes there through that chicane. But he is, again, still right on Max's tail end. Just can't make that pass. As both... Where did it... Hulkenberg dropped to 12th. I was waiting to see where the Haas's were. Hulkenberg dropped 4 positions on the start there. Max, just another really good start to this race. Just a really good start right there. And he's pulled about a half a second. I'm sure the Leclerc used some of his battery there to basically stay ahead, or to try to stay with him. But now he's opened up a second lead. Trying to fix the timing to get it even with the TV. Yeah, it's already 1.113, and now the two McLarens are right on Charles Leclerc's back end. There is fighting going on in the back of the field right now. Yeah, Piastri is right on Leclerc. I think wasted a lot of battery at the very beginning, and now has made him basically a sitting duck to the 2 McLarens behind him. Yeah, Piastri is just, look, Max has opened up a 1.2 second lead. And Piastri and Norris are just chasing Leclerc down at this point. It's not a matter of if they'll pass him. I think it's going to be when they'll pass him. Did Leclerc just... Man, Leclerc just caught up to Max, I'm wondering if he used some battery there. Perez goes around Hamilton. Nice move there going into the chicane from Perez to move up to ninth. Great pass there. Trying to fix it again. Still trying to fix the timing to get it right on. So, guys, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to my channel. We're on lap 3, and there hasn't been a whole lot. Like, this has been a very quiet start to the race, which is, I think, kind of what we were hoping for. But we're starting to see a field spread. Looking at the timing screens, you got Leclerc, who's fallen 1.4 back of Max. And then you've got literally a DRS train behind Leclerc. Then you've got back to Sainz, who's out of DRS range. And then you've got another DRS train starting back there from 13th on back. And now Piastri has fallen a second behind Leclerc to start off. Lewis went out of turn. Stop. We're going to tell you what we're going to do about it. I mean, even the Mercedes were saying that their car just, like, towards the end of the season had no pace whatsoever. And you can clearly tell as, like, Russell gave up no fight to Norris. And Norris is around Piastri. I'm wondering if they feel like Norris is a little bit quicker than him. But now you've made him a sitting duck to George Russell. Why do I have a sick feeling this is just going to be a glorified parade? We're 5 laps in, and literally there's been very little movement to start this race. Yeah, Leclerc's only 1.4 back of Max, which is pretty decent compared to what we've typically gotten. Leclerc's going to have to. I think what Leclerc has to do here is he's going to have to charge up his battery a little bit. And he's just going to have to make one really hard charge towards Max to potentially make that pass. Like, that's, I think, the best he can hope for at this point is to charge up the battery real heavy, get it to nearly 100% and just push on a lap and see if he could get that pass done. Once you get in front of him, then it's just playing defense on Verstappen. Magnussen into the pits. Magnussen changing onto the hard tires. What happened here? Oh, yep, flat spotted those. Flat spotted those mediums. So that's why he was into the pits. Excuse me. No, Martin. If you were looking at the timing screens, you'd see Carlos Sainz is literally 2 seconds. So right now, if the championship were to, if the positions were to finish as they are right now, Ferrari would get second place in the constructor standings, which would be huge. Compared to basically how they started the season off. So it would be, I think it would be a huge victory for Ferrari to get second place if positions were to hold right now. And that's a huge if with only 7 laps on lap 8. You've got Ricardo with the first track limit of the afternoon. As Russell's got his DRS open on Piastri, is he going to go for the pass here? Not quite, going into the chicane. Yep, there it is. Nice job. Ooh, going to the outside in that parabolica type corner. And Oscar, nice fight back from Oscar to stay in front of Russell. Great fight here. Great job by Oscar to keep ahead of Russell there. Fantastic job. Ricardo on the radio. Oh no. So that's a radio message from Daniel Ricciardo. We're gonna have to play that one. Not they didn't apparently send it over the right way. Yeah, Ricardo's pitting now. Um, Basically, what ended up happening was he potentially had gotten a tear off into the car, and it was starting to overheat his car. So, and now we've got under investigation Guan Yu Zhou and Alex Albon for forcing another driver off the track as Ricardo's into the pits. And now he's back out. I didn't see them do a whole lot of anything to the potential duct areas that would have lent the thought that they had to pull a tear off out of one of the ducts. Sargent and Magnussen noted for forcing another driver off the track. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. Just had a water bubble get down in my chest. That hurt. Did George Russell waste his one opportunity to really get past? Because I'm surprised he hasn't tried to make another move on Piastri. Although he may get him here on this first DRS straight, heading into the chicane here in just a moment. .96. George Russell's got. Did he not open DRS that time? As Perez is fighting with. Ooh, that was close. Fighting with Gasly there for 8th, and Gasly just about took off the nose of Esteban Ocon. As here goes George Russell. Is he going to make this stick this time? Nope. Oscar doing a great job here. Oscar, fantastic job of defending against George Russell. Piastri's doing a good job of forcing Russell to the outside. That's what he's doing, is he's forcing him to the outside to make that pass, and it's just not sticking. But now it's also going to make them fall further back from Norris, Leclerc, and Verstappen, because literally Leclerc has has neutralized the time being gained. It's literally been about 1.3, 1.4 since the very beginning. No further investigation with Guan Yu Zhou and Alexander Albon for forcing another driver off the track. Yeah, Piastri's just doing a fantastic job of defense on George Russell, and it's really screwing up George Russell's race. As Ted Kravitz was talking about on the broadcast, if you're listening to the world feed, it's really ruining George Russell's strategy going into this race. But he's right on the back end again of Oscar, so he may be able to get him going down that straight, heading into the chicane there. So we'll see there. I'm glad that the Formula One TV is really keeping with this fight. This is really good. Piastri on the radio. This is good, Oscar. Defending well. Tire management looks good. Okay, so good. Good job from Piastri. Ricardo sets a fast, man, 129.815 from Daniel Ricciardo. No further investigation with Sargent and Magnussen. Here comes George. He got that. Ooh. Wow, nice pass by George. Great pass. Finally gets around Piastri. Now he should be able to, if his car is fast enough, he should be able to break away. And now Tsunoda's right on the back of Piastri. Great job by Russell there. Man, when George made that move, it looked like he may have caught the nose because all of a sudden you see sparks just flying out from the back end of George. I thought he had just nicked the nose. Verstappen on the radio. Right front is slowly getting a bit hurt. Okay. So on lap 12, he's complaining about right tire potentially going, right front tire going off. Excuse me. Is he setting him up for this pass? Gasly's a sitting duck. Here it comes. Here it comes. Sergio's gonna force him to the outside of that. There you go, Sergio. Nice job up in the 8th. Great job, Sergio. Piastri's already fallen almost a second and a half back of Russell since Russell made that pass. Alonso's into the pits on lap 13. Yeah, I was going to say, from all the suggestions of the strategy today, it was supposed to be it was supposed to be a potential one stop for Aston Martin, but that doesn't look like that's going to be the case. It's dropped all the way down to 18th. Not a whole lot going on right now. Just Alonso dropped all the way to 18th with that pit stop to get onto the hard compound tires. It seems like the mediums are not lasting that long. As now it looks like this is Piastri coming in. Yeah, so this is Piastri coming in. Excuse me. Great stop there. 2.7. Hulkenberg into the pits as well. Guan Yu Zhou into the pits as well. Hulken. What? Hulkenberg with a 2.8 from Haas there. Congratulations to Haas. That's the first time I think I've ever seen them under 2 seconds. Or under 3 this season. Their pit stops have been god awful. So Magnussen's really kind of used the hard tire after his pit stop early on. He's really used that hard tire to his advantage because he's actually way undercut Hulkenberg, who's like 3 seconds behind Magnussen now. As you got Fernando fighting with Oscar for 15th right now, but you have to think this is going to be further up the field. I'm a little concerned that maybe Oscar's having some problems with as Norris and Russell are into the pits. Oh no. Oh God. What a kick in the shorts that is. Norris had a 5.1 second stop there. That hurt because George Russell had a 2.9 and was able to jump him. Yeah. Everybody's a lot closer all of a sudden. Is this Hamilton on gas? Oh, yeah. This is Hamilton on Gasly. Is he going to... Hamilton on the radio. Can't hear what that was. They didn't give us the written transmission of what he just said there. Oop. Just caught him a little bit. Gasly locked up and knocked a bit of the front wing off there. We'll see if that really affects. As Hamilton and Ocon are both going to be in the pits now. Excuse me, Sargent into the pits as well. Magnussen's only 1 point. Man, I'm telling you, the undercut seems to be a huge, huge help here because it's really brought a lot of this field kind of closer together. As Russell's on Albon? Yep. Russell moves up to 9th, Albon down to 10th. Verstappen's into the pits. Yeah, it is. I think we've seen that so far today. Ooh. Wow, Verstappen came in and went out in 7th. It looked like they were trying to cool off Norris's engine. Look what they're doing. If you're watching the broadcast, look on the left side. It looked like they were trying to blow some cool air into that vent or into the. That was weird. It looked, yeah, it almost looked like he was uh, trying to cool off the car a little bit. Oh, Ocon was coming in quick on Hamilton. Hamilton just placed his car in the right position as Leclerc's into the pits. Perez is into the pits. Tsunoda is leading the race. Holy shit. Tsunoda's leading a Formula One race. I know this isn't going to be for long, but like the fact that Tsunoda is leading a Formula One race, I never thought in my wildest dreams we would ever say that statement. Yuki Tsunoda is in the lead of a Formula One Grand Prix right now. Like, that is just amazing to say. Yuki Tsunoda is right now in the lead of the Formula One Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Let's stop the race now. Stop it. Stop the race. Race is over. Let's stop it. Yuki Tsunoda's our winner. Come on. I cannot believe this. Yuki Tsunoda ahead of Lance Stroll, Carlos Sainz in third. Yep, he's got to hold up Max as best he can as Gasly gets around Hulkenberg. So four have yet to stop. It's Tsunoda, Stroll, Sainz, and Bottas have yet to stop yet. Tsunoda's on the mediums, but Stroll, Sainz, and Bottas were all on hards. That is such a weird graphic to see on the top of the screen. Yuki Tsunoda, new race leader. Let's go, Yuki. No, I cannot. I'm sorry, Arsh. I cannot show the race. It will get me. It'll literally get the stream ended almost immediately. Sorry, I'm just seeing this now, so I apologize. But yeah, I'm not going to show the race. It will literally the video will get almost immediately taken down. Formula One is very hard on watching for video of theirs to be played. So unfortunately, I cannot show the video of the race. Plus, with F1 TV, they have some stuff. They have some stuff built into their program so that it cannot be replayed. So I am sorry, Arsh, if that was what you were looking for. but I cannot show the race, unfortunately. This is just so weird to be saying that Yuki Tsunoda is the leader, is the leader of this race right now. Franz Tost is like hoping that like the safety car comes out here soon and does not and just like helps him out immensely. It's really throwing me off the Alfa Romeos with their special livery right now. It's an all black livery and it literally looks exactly like the Mercedes. As Piastri goes around Bottas losing places. That lends me to believe the hard compounded tire is going off at this point. As Perez gets around Ricciardo at the same time. Perez right now running fastest, has the fastest lap so far. Okay, Sainz will let you by. There you go. So yeah, Sainz is running a totally different race at this point. So Leclerc is let by very easily. Perez and Bottas, or no, Bottas has just dropped another position. Max just moved around Lance Stroll like with total relative ease. Like that was just disgusting how easily he moved around him. But Verstappen's now under 4 seconds behind Yuki Tsunoda for the lead of this race. I truly think he's waiting for a safety car to hopefully come out. And Perez is just pumping in fastest laps of the race right now on this hard as he's just a 128.986 he just put in. Man, that horrible Norris pit stop really screwed up his race as Russell gets around Carlos Sainz going right into the chicane there. Hamilton, Lewis, second quickest car last lap. You're quick. Okay, thanks, Toto. Magnussen's been passed by Guan Yu Zhou. Magnussen's tires, I think, we all know he's fallen off. Tsunoda and Stroll now both into the pit, so Verstappen takes over the lead. Great stop there. Hopefully he doesn't lose too many positions here. Magnussen's into the pits again on lap 23. They're overheating their tires. I can guarantee you that's what's happening right now. Hamilton gets past Bottas. Another sub 3-second pit stop from Haas. Where in the hell are these stops coming from? 2.9 for Magnussen there. Bottas is the only one who hasn't pit yet, and I don't understand why he hasn't pit. Unless his tires feel amazing right now. That's the only thing that would make sense. Sainz is into the pits finally. God, as a Haas fan, I am so thankful that this season is almost over. This car has been absolute dog shit. This car has been absolute dog shit at Haas. They've made 2 pit stops, whereas Ferrari was able to go 1. Man, that undercut is truly powerful. Because Sainz was ahead of Hulkenberg at the beginning of the race, but now is Hulkenberg pitted before Sainz. He's literally almost 5 seconds up the road. Like, that's just alarming. Leclerc's almost 5 seconds behind Verstappen now. That, I'm telling you, that's what the undercut was doing for folks. Was, right now with the way the standings are in the points, Mercedes would take second place by 3 points over Ferrari. This isn't Ricardo and Hamilton right here you're showing, you dinguses. This is Fernando and Sergio, as Sergio just blows by Fernando. Yeah, it seemed like he almost did. It almost seemed like Fernando knew what was coming on that. So he didn't put up too much of a fight there. Hamilton gets by Ricardo, Gasly on the radio. Where are we losing? Why are we so freaking slow? Excuse me. Yeah, but that's a Crofty asked a really weird question. Like he was talking about the fact that they would get more wind tunnel time if you finished in third compared to second, but like you want to finish in the standings as high as possible. You're not so much worried um about the potential of like wind tunnel time, especially in like in Red Bull's case, like you're not really worried about that. Um, Mercedes and Ferrari, okay, maybe, but you know they've already been working on next year's car as it is, anyways. And Hamilton's being told that he's the fastest car on track right now. Yeah, Russell's literally 1.4, 1.5 behind Leclerc right now. Is now Stroll's run fastest lap at a 128.860. Leclerc and Russell are going to fight though in that position because Leclerc's trying to get second place in the standings, and right now with Mercedes having Russell and Hamilton in the top 10 getting points, it's really hurting Leclerc and Ferrari to get second place right now. Sainz gets past Hulkenberg. Yeah, Hulkenberg's not putting up that fight. I mean, let's be honest. Hulkenberg knows that his fight is not there. Something wrong with Magnussen's car. He's not gained any time on Williams after that last pit stop. As a matter of fact, he's lost time. Just trying to run up the field, see what else we got going here. Sonoda's passed Ricardo, but he's now 2 seconds behind Hamilton. Russell's still at about 1.5 behind Russell. Norris really, Perez doing an amazing job now up into fifth past Piastri, as now Sainz is past Bottas. But I'm looking through. Perez has done a really good job to get up to where he's at right now, and almost on the same uh, lap old tire that Verstappen is on right now. Um, yeah, field's kind of spread out. Stroll's now 2 point, or excuse me, half a second behind Ricardo right now. But the field is really kind of spread out. As Valtteri is still out on these hards, and he is not pit yet. Those tires are 27 laps old. Is now Hulkenberg's chasing him down. Is Alpha like running tests going into next season? Like that's what I'm wondering is if he's not like they're not testing stuff on the car going into 2024. Although if you guys are aware, they're going to be doing a young driver test tomorrow for 2 days. I think a day or 2 days after this weekend is over. As Stroll gets past Ricardo for 10th. 6.267 seconds now is the lead from Verstappen to Leclerc. Okay, while we've got 28 laps to go, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break because I have not had one yet. So, drinking water will do that for you. So, I will be right back. But please hit that subscribe button if you guys can. If you guys are new to my channel and you guys are watching this, please hit that subscribe button for me and hit the like button, the thumbs up button, please. That'll push that out to more this channel and this video out to more Formula One fans. So I will be right back as we take a quick break from not really a whole lot of action going on. Just as I say that, Bottas into the pits. Oh man, I really had to go, and my son is up. So now we'll be a little bit louder as we go if anything exciting happens. Ricardo's into the pits. This should be his last pit stop. It looks like. Sainz is chasing down Gasly right now. Yeah, Sainz is chasing down Gasly. He's trying to get back up to that top 10 to at least get some kind of points out of this weekend. Oh, Gasly into the pits. Ugh, bad stop for Gasly there. 4.1 second pit. Norris is being told to box, so he'll be into the pits here very. This should be Lando's last pit stop of the evening. .3 second stop for Norris there as he's going to fall down to 9th, potentially 10th. Yeah, 10th now as Stroll gets by him. Just out in front of, as Hulkenberg's now into the pits. Just in front of Esteban Ocon. They're telling Russell to pit. Russell was wanting to continue. You're going to see Leclerc. I would assume you're going to see Leclerc answer this pit stop on the very next stop. What did they move Russell to tire wise? They moved him to another set of hards to end the race. Just ahead of Norris. Outlap critical is what Russell is being told right now. He is going to have to do a fast lap here because they're pretty sure that Leclerc will box in response to the Russell pit stop. Yep, Leclerc's told the box, so he'll be pitting just very shortly here. Yep, into the pits now. Let's see. Will Leclerc be able to get in and out? There we go. 2.6. Will this get him out ahead of Russell? Hamilton's into the pits. Oh yeah, nice job from Ferrari there on that answer as he gets him out. They get him out ahead of Stroll, Russell, and Norris. Yeah, you ain't surviving the next straight. You're on way older tires. Norris is getting ready to blow by you here. Stroll doing a good job of defending from Norris here, but this is going to piss Norris off. Piastri's into the pits now. Alonso's into the pits now. This will promote Yuki Tsunoda up to third. Sainz is up to ninth right now. Yeah, I was going to say, this is really helping George Russell pull away with Stroll defending from Lando, and now he finally gets around him. As Russell ran a fastest lap on that last lap. But that was also because he was trying to, as Hamilton gets around Alonso. Been so many rumors flying about right now with Aston Martin potentially Lawrence Stroll selling the team and Fernando may leave the team. I don't know where all those rumors are coming from. I think it's just people trying to make up rumors to there is vintage Fernando Alonso. He literally just said we have the slowest car on the straights by far. Guan Yu Zhou's into the pits now. God, I may have to play that audio if it comes up. It's the fun, like you can. It is vintage Fernando. Yeah, here it is. Here, I'll play it for you guys so you guys can hear it.
We have the slowest car on the street, by far.
It's just so funny because you know that's just who Fernando is. He will let you know in a heartbeat that that his car is shit. So this was Hamilton when Alonso came out. Ooh. Eh. I not you know it's whatever there. I mean, as Alonso has gotten by Hamilton again. Now, if they look at that, that's silly. As Norris gets around, or is that Piastri and Sainz both get around Ocon there. Really? driving erratically. Seriously. Oh, Jesus. If we're going to penalize penalize Fernando Alonso for a quick little brake check, like, this is going to be silly. Because that's what we're going to penalize in Formula One is that. Ooh, Norris locked up going into that chicane when he was passing Ocon. As Ricciardo's now gotten past Gasly. Or was that Gasly past Sargent? It may have been Gasly past Sargent. I don't know who that was. Like, with all the changes that they made to this track, it was supposed to be that this was supposed to improve racing here. And, I mean, we've seen some decent fights, but nothing that I'm, like, sitting here getting excited over. Like, this has been a pretty boring race, to be totally honest. Russell on the radio. Let's see what he says. How is Lewis getting on? No further investigation on the Lewis Hamilton Alonso thing. Thank God. Thank freaking God they decided not to investigate that any further. That was going to be silly if they penalized Alonso for that. Signs on the radio. Okay, so they're not going to pit signs. They're going to try to wait and see if there's a safety car, as Norris will get by Yuki here for 5th place. So that moves Lando Norris up into 5th. But it looks like they're going to keep signs out, try to go long game. Hopefully there'll be a safety car at some point as Sargent's into the pits. Perez is now boxing, or he'll be boxing here very shortly. As Alonso now moves up into the last points position. Yeah, but Perez is going to have a fight on his hands as Stroll's now into the pits as well. Perez is going to be fighting both Russell and Leclerc, and now Norris. Perez, well, Tsunoda will let him by almost no problem, as now Max has been told to pit. Hamilton just now passes Ocon for the last points paying position. Yep, here's Verstappen. Great pit stop there, 2.3. Obviously, he'll come out ahead of Leclerc. Incident involving car number 44 Hamilton noted pit stop infringement. What would the pit stop infringement have been? Albon into the pits now. Yeah, that's the thing, is that Tsunoda was never going to fight that position. Right now, if this race were to end the way the positions are right now, Ferrari will get second place by 2 points. But that's going to change here in just a second because Alonso's getting ready to pass Sainz. Verstappen on the radio. Complaining about gearbox potentially from Max Verstappen. Is he saying something about the downshifts? We'll play that audio as soon as it comes through. Guys, if you are watching this along with me and you guys are new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button for me. Please do me that favor and hit that subscribe button. Sainz doing a good job here so far defending from Alonso, and he's got to do it because if he loses these 2 points, Ferrari and Mercedes would be tied on points in the constructors. Here's Max's radio message just a minute ago.
Dances are pushing a lot. Could we do something there or not?
Yep, stand by.
So they're checking to see he's having a problem with the downshifts, although he just ran a 126.993. Bite me. Verstappen complaining on the radio about something and then runs. That literally is the... So Hamilton's going to be investigated after the race for a pit stop infringement. Nice job, Alonso, there with that pass. Great pass. Display 3, position 7 will fix the downshifts. They've just told Verstappen, so they feel like they can fix the downshifts there. It's got Sergio right on his back end. Now Gasly's being touch Sergio Perez. So sorry, there's so much going on here as Norris was getting passed by Perez, but it made contact, kind of pushed Norris into the escape road there at the chicane. And then as that was coming on, Gasly's being noted and will be investigated after the race for a pit stop infringement. Excuse me. So what... I want to know what exactly they're looking at. I'm going to look on Twitter to see if there's been any explanation as to what the possible pit stop infringement was going to be. Let's see. He just turned into me. Yeah, that was a lot more cleaner of a move for Perez on Norris. As I'm looking on Twitter right now, trying to see if anybody is saying what the... Okay, so they're looking now at Sergio Perez and Lando Norris, that initial pass. Let's see if anybody... Nobody knows what... From what I can see, nobody understands what that means. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Oh, okay, yeah. There's that's a team fine. That's not going to be a. That's not going to be a. Yeah, so the investigation into the pit stop infringement is literally safety gear on the pit stop crews. Themselves, it's them not having all their gear on, supposedly, from what Ted Kravitz just explained, which is okay. I mean, that's not going to be a penalty to the drivers as much as it'll be a fine to the team, a fine and, you know, some penalties to the team itself. Excuse me. Throat has become a little bit dry as we get to the end of this race. Stroll up into 11th place on mediums. He's one of only 3 cars on the mediums. Ooh. Verstappen, Sargent, and Zhou all noted for pit stop infringement as well. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Wow. 5-second time penalty for Sergio Perez for causing a collision with Lando Norris. That is really... Golly. Like, that's so stupid. Here was the Leclerc... Here was the Leclerc message they were just talking about on TV.
Yeah, let me know how much is the gap between Perez and Russell, so maybe we can make them fight a bit more. Because yeah, if we see that we are not second in the constructors.
Understood.
Oh, come on. That's not a 5-second penalty there. Jesus. Mary and Joseph, are you really kidding me that you're going to give Perez a penalty for that? Jeez. Come on, FIA. I get you guys are brainless at times, but like, come on. That does not deserve a 5-second penalty. It just does not. Come on. My God. Like, and Sergio has every right to question why he's getting penalized there. Valtteri, what was his radio? Excuse me. So just listening to Valtteri's message there real quick. It's just he's complaining about bouncing and on the car. As Magnussen is the first car to get lapped. 5 laps to go. I'm just so shocked that we gave Sergio Perez a 5-second penalty for that contact. We've seen much heavier contact not get penalized. And this is the problem with the FIA. There is no uniformity to the penalties that get handed out in Formula One. Like, that just... Goes down the inside. Great pass by Sergio there. He's going to have to now start pulling a gap. Tsunoda better get driver of the day with what he's been able to do today. That'd be really cool. He got to lead laps of this race, so that'd be really cool to see Tsunoda get driver of the day with 4 laps to go. Yeah, see, I mean, here's the thing is, even if you're going to penalize Perez for that contact, he's literally pulled out the 5-second gap to the guy he made contact with. So, like, what's the point of the 5-second penalty at that point? The 5-second penalty then becomes completely a moot point. Here's the thing, is even if Sainz loses the position to Stroll, they would be even on points. So Russell's fallen almost 2 seconds back already of Sergio. Perez is going to have to get a 5-second gap as now Lance is chasing down Carlos. Is that true? I thought Sainz started on mediums. Did he start on hards? Wow, what a mess up here by Ferrari. So if Sainz has got to pit, you might as well pit him now. So that he's got to box this lap. They really screwed Sainz here big time. That's just so silly. As Alonso's now gotten past Tsunoda. It is 3.032. This is going to be interesting. This is for second in the constructor standings. Russell is 3 seconds back. Leclerc's been talking about potentially dropping back to help Sergio. Wow, this is so... No, there's so many good things. Here's Hamilton and Tsunoda. You've got Charles Leclerc, who gave up second place to try to potentially keep Russell from getting within 5 seconds. Max did dominate this race. Why is it still showing signs in the pit? Hamilton gets around Tsunoda. Yuki Tsunoda finishing in 8th place. Sainz is still showing into the... What is going on with the timing screens on Sainz's... But then Yuki Tsunoda got... What a move by Yuki. Great job with the fight there. Hamilton just went too deep and his tires were wearing out, and Tsunoda was able to get right back by him again. So let's see. Perez finishes 4th. Sainz retired. So Mercedes finishes second in the standings as of now. So let's run down final team standings in the World Constructors Championship. Let's see. So you had Red Bull in first, obviously. You had Mercedes finish second at 409 points. You had Ferrari finish third. McLaren finished fourth. Aston Martin fifth. Alpine sixth. Williams finishes seventh ahead of AlphaTauri, even though Tsunoda had one hell of a race today. Ricciardo just missed out on points. He was chasing down Stroll for that 10th position, but just wasn't able to get it. Alfa Romeo finishes 9th, and then Haas finishing at the very bottom in 10th place. Now we're going to get donuts for Max as they're shooting off fireworks. Yep, we're going to get donuts. Let him do his victory donuts. There we go. Getting to do donuts there at the very end. Hamilton finishes third in the points. If the points are updated as of right now, Alonso will finish fourth, Leclerc fifth. Wow. Leclerc and Alonso finished tied on points at 206 points. Norris finished 1 point behind them. Wow. That is impressive. But Alonso will hold the position because of his, I think, count back of some kind, but I'm not sure exactly what it is. But that is all she wrote on this season. Like, it's sad now. I'm sad. The season is now officially over. It is sad this Formula One season is over. But congratulations to Max Verstappen on his what is this now? Third straight drivers championship. Congratulations to Red Bull for winning the constructors again this season. But I mean, just it's been a runaway season for Max Verstappen. So we'll have videos coming up, in the next few weeks about just recapping the season as a whole, recapping drivers. We'll do a drivers tier list to end the season. But there'll be so much more coming on. I want to thank everybody that has joined me on these live streams throughout the season. It's really been fun. Being able to talk to y'all and answer questions and it's really been a blast. And hopefully we'll do this again next season. We'll do more of these. We'll do live streams again next season. That'll make this again fun. We'll, try to maybe add some more to it. But if you guys are new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. It would mean the world. Trying to get to 500 subscribers would be a big hurdle for my channel to reach, and it would really help me out if you guys could do that. But guys, thank you so much for watching this live stream with me, and that, my friends, brings an end to the 2023 Formula One season. And I'm the American F1 fan, Eric Ringle, signing off.